In this tutorial, you will learn how to create JMatch exercises with HotPotatoes. This time, I want to create a very simple grammar exercise on verb conjugation using JMatch in HotPotatoes. To start, select the JMatch exercise. Again, in my folder, I have files that I have prepared in advance. In my Word file, I have a text with instructions and items that I will be using. When the working window opens, let's save our file with a name that we will recognize. Now let's open our text file and add the content line by line into the exercise. If you need to have more than 5 items, simply click here to add another item. If you want to have more choices than correct items, you can add another one in the default field. Now that you're done with the content, go to Options, Configure Output to customize this exercise. Again, I'd like to change the instructions. I also would like to change feedback and the buttons. Now, unlike in my other HotPotatoes exercises and other tutorials, I will leave the next exercise button here clicked because I want to have a series of exercises in JMatch. And also this time, I would like to have this exercise timed. I will give my students 1 minute to complete this exercise. I'm done, so I'm going to click OK. Again, if you want to use this configuration file with other exercises, you should save it as a separate file. Let's save our exercise. And now let's produce it as an HTML file. In JMatch, when you click on Create Web Page, the system gives you 3 choices: Standard, Drag and Drop, and Flashcard format. Let's start with the standard format. I will save it as Standard. Let's view it in our browser. As always, allow blocked content. And that's how it looks. You can see that the timer starts working as soon as the exercise loads. Now let's produce our exercise in the drag and drop format. Before we do it, let's change our instructions. Let's save it and produce as drag and drop format. Let's take a look. In this type of exercise, the students have to drag the correct answers to the pronouns. You will see that wrong answers will be highlighted for the students. And the last thing I'm going to do here is to produce this exercise in a flashcard format. Again, let's change our instructions. In this exercise, I do not want it to be timed, so I will unclick a time limit for this exercise. Again, I'll save it with a different name. Let's see how it looks. That's how it looks. By clicking on the next button, the students will go through the flashcards with the correct conjugations for the verb хотеть. Now I have these 3 files in my folder. I want to use 2 of them to create a series of tasks. First, I want my students to review the flashcards and then complete the timed exercise. Between the drag drop and standard, I think I'm gonna select the drag drop exercise. To link these files together, I will go to my configuration options, and under the button tabs, I will browse to the file with the next exercise. I click OK. I save it. I will again create it in a flashcard format, but since I already have this file, this time I'm gonna click Save, and yes, I do want to replace it. Now let's take a look. Students can go through these flashcards, and when they're done, they can click on the next exercise button and start their matching exercise. This is the end of this tutorial. Thank you for your attention.